welcome you to our spirit gathering this evening of February 15th of 2012. I am Judy Spitler-McKee from Michigan, and my topic tonight is calming and connecting the body, the mind, and the spirit. I am glad that you are with us. So let's take a moment to go inside, to get settled, to center ourselves, and to let go of the events of this day and begin to enter the deeper sacred space within ourselves. Now let us imagine that we are joining together, sacred heart to sacred heart, with every other person on this call right now. Now let us imagine that we are joining together sacred heart to sacred heart with everyone who will listen to this recording. Now let us set our spiritual intentions. May we deepen our connection with the divine. May this sharing serve each of us on our spiritual journey. May it serve our communities, our countries, and our beloved planet. And so it is. I will suggest 9 spiritual practices to calm and to harmonize the body and the mind in order to connect with spirit and flow. If you want to write a few things down, we will talk about them together at the end. We each know that we can work with the sacred body to calm our mind. For example, when we practice conscious breath work, or when we engage in yoga or Tai Chi. We know that we can work with the sacred mind to calm our body. For example, by living consciously, mindfully, intentionally. For example, by monitoring our thoughts or choosing an uplifting mantra, such as peace and grace are here. I choose peace. I choose grace. Or that was then. This is now. I am here now. So how do we move up from the mundane, three-dimensional realities of daily living to the higher vibrations of spirit, to deepen our connections to our divine self? How can we allow flow and source energy to find us, to enfold us, to love us? How can we allow flowing in spirit to take over, to protect us, to nourish us right here, right now, to help us in the innumerable unknowns that await us today and throughout 2012? Scripture suggests be still. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am. I am spirit in consciousness, here, now, and beyond time and space. I am one with spirit, and spirit is one with me. I am one with spirit, and spirit flows through me. So first, let us consider calming the physical body through self-care and self-love. Both self-care and self-love become energy attractors for the higher vibrational frequencies. So I offer 4 simple yet profound self-care spiritual practices for your consideration. Number 1, mindful, intentional walking at your home or before entering a large public arena. Number 2, humming and hugging yourself to recharge the physical and mental functions. Number 3, using the sacred hand mudra of Namaste to give yourself sacred love. And number 4, pressing in on the sea of tranquility to release very deep stress or grief. Let me explain each of these now. First, there is great power in walking intentionally, which is a form of body prayer. Walking intentionally, for example, with peace in every step, or walking with focused mindfulness, for example, for forgiveness in every step. This form of walking slows down and harmonizes the physical and mental systems. We are relaxed. We know there is a tremendously powerful brain in our heart. This very specialized heart brain sends out electromagnetic vibrations to the head brain and to all the body, and these electromagnetic vibrations can spread out 12 feet from the physical body into the double body, which is called the Ka, the K-A, the double body. This is self-care. This is self-love. This spiritual compassion for oneself transforms us. And in a very real way, it transforms the lower three-dimensional realities into the higher vibrations of the spirit, the divine self. This silent, focused, slowing down of walking, this softening of our footbeat and our heartbeat connects us to the limitless supply and the wisdom of spirit, which allows everyday miracles to happen to each of us. Now, real miracles have happened to us, but many believe that 2012 is the time for us to increase the frequency, increase the magnitude of miracles by entering the flow of spirit more consciously and regularly. We can walk mindfully anywhere, in our homes, in our yards, excuse me. We can walk mindfully in our yards or in a parking lot before entering a huge store with discordant energies, such as a Costco store. A second practice to connect with inner peace is to start or end the day by closing the eyes, humming softly, then hugging ourselves. That is, we begin by humming, a gentle humming. Then quietly we fold both arms across our chest with our hands under the opposite armpits. An observer would see this as the classic posture of defense, but it is not. Now we release the two thumbs outward, facing up to the sky. With our arms across the chest and our hands under the armpits and our two thumbs facing up to the sky, very quickly relaxation begins. Softening occurs. This recharges all the physical, all the mental functions with vital energy. A good way to start the day or end the day. A third practice involves using Namaste. Namaste, which is a sacred hand mudra from the yoga tradition that many of us use. Hand mudras can calm anxiety, center the individual, and balance the meridians. First, we relax. Then we intend for a positive change to occur. We breathe slowly and mindfully. We place the hands in an upright prayer position in front of the chest and then bow to the Christ or the divine in another person. My suggestion is to stand in front of a mirror and send a loving vibration of Namaste to yourself and to receive that spiritual force, which is the sacred gift of love, a Namaste to ourselves. A fourth practice is to press in on the sea of tranquility located at the center of the breastbone. If you're feeling very stressed out, or you have suffered a loss, or you are in grief, this shifts the energy gently. You bring your palms together in a prayer position at the center of the chest. And now you use the backside knuckles of your two thumbs to press into the indentation between the breasts. And you do this for a few minutes. This is a very effective technique to press in on the sea of tranquility. I request that you write down one of the practices that you think you would like to try for more self-care and self-love of your body. I will give you 45 seconds and then I will continue. Remember, you are worth it, and the planet and the world need your energy. I have talked of calming the body by mindful, intentional walking, by humming and hugging yourself, by giving yourself the sacred hand mudra of namaste, or pressing in on the sea of tranquility. Let us now go to calming the mind and connecting the mental body with spiritual energies. We know that mindfulness is a way of consciously being aware of one's body and thoughts and emotions, of one's words, or reflective responses, or gut reactions as they arise. The opposite of mindfulness is mindlessness, or spiritual amnesia. These allow discordant or chaotic energies to enter all of our bodies, disrupting them, including the ka, the body double. These scattered lower energies block access to our divine self and to flow. I will suggest 3 types of mindfulness for your discernment. Number 1, switching the vibrational polarities from undesirable or unhealthy to desirable and nourishing, such as choosing peace or courage, or changing the story that we hear. Number 2, transcending the wounds of the past by being present here, by being present now. Number 3, focusing on the body double, the ka body, K-A body, going into the heart space with gratitude. And then imagining nourishing energies entering the ka in all of the subtle bodies. The first practice I mentioned is the Hermetic system of changing your mental vibrations by directing your will and attention away from any unpleasant or hurtful lower vibrations. Intentionally switching to the opposite direction of a pleasant, healing, uplifting state. For example, if we feel fearful, we can consciously choose to switch up to feeling protected, to feeling courageous. If worry overwhelms us, we can choose to move from worry to move up the vibrational level to faith, to a belief that all is well. All is well with my soul. All will be well. All is well. All is well with my soul. All will be well. We can remind ourselves, this is only a story. God and the divine are present. The story has a benevolent ending. This is only a story. God and the divine are present. The story has a benevolent ending. The second practice is from Jean Shinoda Bolen, a Jungian analyst. She reminds us that whatever has deeply upset us in the past may live vibrantly in the present, taking up residence in our emotional or our mental bodies, making us stuck. But because we are alive now, we can state, preferably out loud, that was then, this is now, I am here. I am here now. I repeat for emphasis. We can state out loud, that was then, this is now, I am here. I am here now. You can write this on some paper and put it on a Post-it around your house. You can carry it in your car to remind you. This very powerful vibrational shift can transcend all time and all space. A third practice is from the Hathors, Hathors, the Hathors. This involves focusing on the etheric body double, which is referred to as the Ka body, Ka body, or Chi body, Chi. The Ka body or the Chi body are referred to as the etheric body double. The Ka body is receptive to the subtle energies of the larger cosmos. The Ka body can draw these subtle energies into itself and then flow them into the physical, the emotional, and the mental bodies, providing all of them with benevolent and nourishing energies. This is especially important at this time because the solar energies are very volatile around the North Pole and Norway, and they have disrupted technology, weather, and our central nervous system. The spiritual practice is to intentionally focus on the Ka body, the body double which surrounds and penetrates the physical body we can see and feel. Then we go into our heart space, and we feel gratitude. Gratitude for anything, for being alive, for our pets, for people who love us. This immediately shifts the harmonic rhythms. Now imagine the subtle cosmic energies nourishing and uplifting the Ka body and all your subtle bodies at once. All together, everything is nourished and uplifted. Stay relaxed and receptive as long as you wish. Know that as you shift your energy fields, the energy fields of others shift as well. And moreover, like the butterfly effect, the collective consciousness is shifted upwards because we are all one. I ask you in the next 45 seconds to please write down one way you could commit to changing lower or discordant vibrations by shifting your energy field, either by willing and intending a more positive view, by staying in the here and now, or by working with the Ka body that nourishes the subtle bodies. My third offering is calming and connecting with flow, with spirit. We know that the essence of our being is our divine connection, which exists in the very highest vibrations of love and of light. In flow, we go to the divine self. We allow spirit to find us, for spirit to enfold us, for spirit to nourish us. Thus, we are lifted above the three-dimensional realities of fight or flight reactions. Those are primitive defense mechanisms from the dinosaur brain. We are lifted above simple cause and effect. We transcend competing, and struggling and separation. So finally, I offer 2 practices to flow with Spirit. We can sing or chant about oneness and flow with great creativity. And number 2, we can offer silent blessings or namastes throughout the day. First is a practice of singing or of chanting about oneness and flow. For example, I am one with light, and light is one with me. I am one with light, and light flows through me. Or I am one with love, and love is one with me. I am one with Spirit, and Spirit is one with me. I am one with Spirit, and Spirit flows through me. Or you may add any other special qualities as you are inspired. In the economy of time, I only mentioned love and light and Spirit. But when I offer ceremonies, I have 10 different chants that I sing, and I know that when you try this, your creativity will open up, and you will be able to chant. I am one with an attribute, and that attribute is one with me. I am one with the spiritual quality, and that spiritual quality flows through me. A second practice was recently offered by Reverend Lorraine Weber in the January Spirit Gathering of Tzaddi. This is deliberately choosing to be a blessing every day, to offer blessings throughout the day. I believe offering a silent or a spoken blessing to another, or to an accident scene, or to an argument, or to something upsetting that we have heard or seen through social media is a very special gift, a precious gift from your divine self to your changing human self. It is a gift to others and a gift to future generations. Offering a blessing is giving namaste because it awakens the giver. It awakens the receiver to the omnipresent sacred. I repeat for emphasis, I believe that offering a blessing is giving namaste because it awakens the giver as well as the receiver to the omnipresent sacred. So let us offer namastes mentally to our Tzaddi family. I ask you to select one of the 2 practices you resonate with and could regularly use to connect with the higher frequencies of spirit and flow. I mentioned singing or chanting about oneness and flow, or offering silent blessings or namastes throughout the day. Take about 45 seconds, please. And I request that you kindly and lovingly revisit your lists that you have written and send them a blessing from your heart. That heart blessing will help you select a practice mentioned tonight that you are committed to trying and willing to share tonight with your spiritual family. We are deeply connected in our sacred minds, our sacred hearts, our sacred wills of intention. I respectfully invite your reflections. Namaste. You may unmute and talk by pressing *6.
Thank you very much, Judy, for that presentation. That was lovely. I'm curious about whether any of those are practices that you use on a regular basis.
Every one of them. And I have taught them with my spirituality groups. We have practiced them, every one of them.
Well, I really enjoyed your presentation.
Thank you. They seem to take on a dynamic of their own. They exponentiate and they become different. But the power is, it's a cliche to say the power is exceptional, but my groups and people I have talked with in other states who have used these say that they are tremendously helpful for themselves and others. Yin, are you still on the line?
Yes, I'm here.
Did you have a practice that you heard tonight that you would like to mention, that you think you would like to try, or that is already a part of your spiritual path?
I'm thinking about, you mentioned about folding your arms in front of your chest and put under your armpit with the thumb pointing up.
Yes.
I don't understand how would that calm emotion, relieve the
This is a technique. This is a technique from an ancient system called ginseng jiu-jitsu. It goes back thousands of years. In some cultures, babies are swaddled. They are held they have blankets put around their chest to calm them. When we do this with our arms across our chest, underneath the armpits, with our thumbs up, in a sense, we are swaddling ourselves. We are slowing down the rhythms of our body that might have been stressed or not working well. We are helping them to harmonize.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was really attracted to try that while you were talking about it, because I thought, well, not sure, because it is such a defensive position. Let's give it a try. And the minute I picked my thumbs up and pointed them upwards, the whole energy of that holding changed for me. And it really was wonderful.
It's called a safety energy lock, and there are 26 of them in ginseng jiu-jitsu. This is number 26, which is equivalent to Z, the letter Z in the alphabet. It is considered complete because it relaxes and harmonizes everything.
As an acupressurist, I was thinking about Ying's question, why does this work in terms of the meridians? And I can say, Ying, that you're definitely holding some good acupuncture points when you put your hands that way. And that might be an explanation for your mind about why, but it probably would just satisfy your mind even more if you did it. And felt the feeling, to see if you get a good feeling from it.
I learned this. Sorry?
I never heard of it before tonight, and I have to say I like it a lot, and I will use it.
It is, as I said, it is from the system of ginseng jiu-jitsu, which has been around for thousands of years. The main guidebook in the United States is called The Touch of Healing, The Touch of Healing. And it's Safety Energy Lock, SEL number 26, which is the final one. I learned this system in 1990, and I can tell you I have sat through hundreds of meetings, some with great discordant energies, some with very serious substantive issues to be addressed, and I have used this for myself. It does look like you're in a defensive posture, but you don't have to intend that, and I never intended that. It was to quiet myself down so that I could go inside and find spirit and then return to whatever would be required. It sounds so simple, and yet you tried it and you saw, and you have more expertise in the acupuncture area than do I, so you understand it.
Well, I can tell you, I can recite points that get stimulated and what they're connected to, but I think there's something beyond that in that particular position. There is some kind of
Yes.
neurological hookup that's happening, energy hookup that's happening, that I think combines a lot of different systems of wisdom. I think it's a great position.
Judy.
Yes.
One question: is the tip of the thumb will be under the armpit? Am I right? Or outside the armpit?
No, the entire thumb faces upward. You take the entire thumb out. So the four fingers of each hand are grasping the armpits, which has meridians, but your thumb is facing, is positioned upwards towards the ceiling or the sky.
Okay.
And
Four
outside.
fingers under the armpit. The thumb is outside the armpit.
Yeah.
Facing upwards.
Okay.
Facing upwards.
And do we do it when we're standing up or sitting down or when we're walking? Is it okay either way?
Well, I know people that have done it walking. I generally do it in a seated position.
Uh-huh.
And I was lying down when I did it. And it
really?
worked.
Uh-huh.
I've done it when I wanted to rest, to take a power nap for maybe 20 minutes, and the human mind was buzzing. And although I had used other calming techniques, it had not slowed it down enough. And so when I lay down, I tried it, and it does help. I don't use it regularly lying down, but when I do, thank you for reminding me, it is a calming down. It can take you almost into meditation or to quick sleep for a nap.
So if people cannot sleep, that's a very good way for people helping to sleep, right?
I think that that's not the primary function, but again, these practices have a life of their own, and there is so much to them because many of them are from ancient wisdom. So yes.
You know, what I'm thinking is about the figure 8 when you're folding the arms. I think there's like an energy loop.
Well, the figure 8 is extraordinarily important. That could be a spirit gathering another time, Bishop Amy. It's called the infinity loop. But yes.
Yeah, Ying, that is definitely the experience I had when I did it.
That's the picture in my mind.
Yeah.
Interesting. See what you're picking up. This is absolutely fascinating.
I have another thought is when you do it lying in bed, put your feet together, cross your feet, and do that again. Amy, can you try that?
Okay.
See
Hold
what
on.
happens.
You sense a different reaction of your body?
Huh?
You sense a different reaction with your body when you cross your feet?
I don't know, just automatic. I cross it.
Well, you close the energy systems when you do that.
Or I do?
Yes. In some energy healing modalities, you have to cross your arms and uncross your legs in order that the energy can flow. And when you cross your feet and do this position of hugging yourself, you are keeping the energy totally within, which is the intent, to shut out any energy external coming in and to be with yourself. So again, you're extremely intuitive in sensing it, part of the way it works physiologically and energetically. Well, energetically first, because that controls physiology.
Well, I just gave it a try, and for me, I'm more relaxed with my feet not crossed than crossed. But it's just, to me, it's just a different, energy setup. It's neither right nor wrong.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, if you relax better with them crossed, then try that.
Mm-hmm.
Does that seem right to you, Judy?
Yes, because our bodies are different. Even though we have similar physiology, there are other things that are going on with our subtle energy bodies, the physical, the mental, the emotional, certainly the spiritual, the Ka body. So again, as we psychologists like to say, it depends. And so yes, either one. But it's a matter of feeling comfortable and hugged and secure when you cross your arms. And so if crossing the feet naturally occurred, as it did with Yu Ying, then that your body was showing you, telling you what was working. You didn't think of doing it. Your body showed you.
Right.
Your higher mind took over.
So it calms physical body, emotional body, and mental body, and spiritual body, all levels.
I'm not sure about the spiritual body in the sense that it can reach us easier. Do you have thoughts on that, Bishop Amy?
When I did it, when you were talking and transmitting the instruction of doing it earlier in the call, I felt I went right into my spiritual body. I got very expansive.
Okay.
Just now when I tried it with crossing and uncrossing, I didn't let go as much. I was closer in awareness to my earthly self, so I could see or feel the differences to report back. But the first time I did it, I got very expanded very quickly. I was surprised.
That's so interesting, because the second time you were aware that you wanted to report verbally a strong mental function on certain parts of the brain. That's different than going completely into yourself when you're going to stay there.
Right, exactly. I was just letting go. You were talking. The energy was washing, and I got very relaxed and very expanded. The second time, when I felt like you were waiting for me, I needed to hurry. It wasn't the same. It wasn't as open-ended. So I'd say in that second time, I don't really think I connected with my spiritual body the way I did the first time.
Okay. This is extremely interesting.
I have an idea.
Yes?
If next time somebody's screaming and yelling at me, I'll just do that in that position. That would be a very fast way of calm myself down, center myself, right? Almost like an emergency first aid.
Yeah. You could also turn around and walk away if they're screaming and yelling at you.
You cannot walk away.
That might be even better first aid.
The other techniques, and I have been in that situation, is I send a spiritual blessing or a namaste to the best of my ability at the time. Or inside, I say I choose peace. But you were going directly to the body, yes.
I love how it's related to swaddling. I think that's beautiful.
Well, she doesn't talk about it, Mary Burmeister, but I saw it immediately as a technique that has been used around the world for generations to calm babies. It is used with emotionally impaired individuals to calm them down. It has been used with out-of-control youngsters.
Yep.
I have seen. They can learn to do this and help themselves calm down.
That's great.
One more question. Does that make me smarter? If my mind is cloudy, right, can't think straight, this will help me to clear my mind?
Well, the body and the mind are connected.
Uh-huh.
And it helps to harmonize both of them.
Okay. I wish I met you 40 years ago. Start from grade school. Anything else that you need to tell us? Any more tricks?
Well, the intention is for us to choose some practices tonight that we can add to our spiritual tool chest. And certainly this one has jumped frequencies.
Yes. How long we supposed to do?
Pardon me?
How long we supposed to do this?
Well, only as long as you can. If you are able to take a nap, if you're able to be on a safe in a safe car or other vehicle and almost go into meditation or a nap or actual REM sleep, you can do it for much longer. You can only do it for a couple of minutes because that's the time, and the venue would not permit any longer than 2 minutes. It's still going to produce some very benevolent vibrational effects.
Would it look very funny if you're doing this in an airplane?
Not in my experience. Not in my experience.
I think that's a great idea.
People try to sleep in airplanes. I've used it when I've slept. As soon as I get my blanket or my pillow, I go into that position.
Oh, really? Oh, great.
You've reminded me. I completely didn't think of that, but yes, I have.
Does that prevent jet lag?
I cannot answer that.
I'll tell you.
Report back.
Okay.
Order back.
If you had to fly 17 hours straight, that would be a big thing.
Well, there are some of these other techniques that will help also. So my intention is that they will be a blessing to you and that they will enable you to come up with other things that are already available to you that would help you with a 17-hour flight and then return on the ground. Because our intention and our determination make a difference. Well, I think we've had some significant and takeaway points, and you have reminded me of some things, and each of you have taught me something tonight about this technique that I sort of have come to rely on so strongly that I don't think about it anymore. So I thank you for that.
Thank you very much for teaching us.
Yeah, thank you.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Ginseng Jiu-Jitsu is a very, very invaluable set of techniques. It is the American teacher, Alice Burmeister, describes it as complicatedly simple. I think I need to go into closing now, Amy.
Go ahead.
So, thank you, Bishop Amy. Thank you, Yen, for joining tonight, our spirit gathering on February 15th, 2008. These calls have been hosted by Tzaddi, a spiritual educational organization founded in California in 1964. Tzaddi welcomes and nurtures and supports people in celebrating and more directly experiencing their relationship with the loving presence of the divine. Tzaddi's programs are open to people of any race, color, or national or ethnic origin. The website is www.tzaddi.org. Again, www.tzaddi.org. tzaddi.org, and you will learn more about our work. If you click on payments, you can make a tax-deductible donation to Tzaddi. We want to close now with thanks and a blessing. We offer enormous thanks from our hearts and our minds and our spirits to our beloved Tzaddi founders, Amy Keyes and Dorothy Blackmere, who started our metaphysical organization. And thanks to all of you tonight who have been a part of this community. And thanks to the divine who support us always, even when we are not aware of it. To all of us tonight, I offer and send brightest blessings, spiraling love, luminous light, flow, peace, and namaste. And to all, a good night.
Thank you and good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.